What story would you share about how God has protected you in your life? Or how God has set things aright and meted out justice in your life? Or what story would you share about how when you tried so hard to make God not love you, when you thought that no one would ever accept you and love you, that God's steadfast love was there for you? The walk about Zion begins within all of our lives individually. As we begin to hunger for God's presence in our life, as we begin to hunger for God's Spirit to live through us always, as we begin to say, God, work in me to make me your sanctuary. Work in me so that when people encounter me, they encounter your Shekinah glory. Not me, you bursting through me. When we begin to do that individually, we'll find it growing within our community. And then we'll find things as systems and policies and procedures falling before us. And we'll see that we too can be known as a place of where holy people dwell, where God reigns and God's will is accomplished. It's not a utopian dream. It's what God desires for the earth. It's what God desires for us. Peace, justice, love. Let us this week commit to doing the spiritual work that needs to happen with us so that we can be a little spot of Zion. In one of the commentaries I read this week, it said that the statement about Zion or Jerusalem is that one cannot enter it or leave without being changed. What if that could be said about an encounter with each of us? That a stranger could not encounter us and depart from that encounter without being changed, because they've encountered God's glory, God's holiness in that encounter. And just think what it would be like if it could be said of our city that you could not come to St. Louis and leave it without being changed, because God dwells here. God's greatness, God's protection, God's love, God's peace, God's justice is here. It happens because we allow God to do it. The challenge to you, my friends, is to do a walkabout this week, and next week, and next week, until it's no longer a spiritual concept, but it's real brick. It's real mortar. It's real God's glory. Amen.